What's up, guys? Good, even on a hot day. So, got a couple of people that had asked recently in regards to primary arms optics, which I preferred, the 3x prism or the 1:8 variable. Specifically those two, since those are two that I've done videos on and showed y'all. Well, I wanted to do a follow-up on that just in case other people were asking the same question. And the long and the short of it is, right now, I can't tell you I prefer one over the other. They both have their benefits, and depending on the situation, that would kind of dictate how I would use them or even which one I would prefer. So for now, my primary go-to gun, I do have the 3x prism on it. Now I do still have the 1:8 variable. Unfortunately, I have not yet gotten out to shoot this. Reason being, as I previously said, I got to get a rifle to put it on. Unfortunately, I don't have a safe full of guns, and I don't have companies bending over backwards sending me dozens of guns to play with. So that means I actually got to buy another one or build another one. Personally, I prefer to build another one using the lower and parts and upper and everything that I like and want to put together. So I'm in the process of doing that. I just don't have it done yet, and that's when I'm going to put this on. And then my goal is to take both of these out to the range same time, put some rounds through them, run a couple of different scenarios, that sort of thing, and I'll see which one I like the best, if there even is such a thing as the best. I don't know, I really like both of them a lot. In fact, so much so that I'm really considering moving away from just a red dot for a couple of reasons, but one primary reason. The astigmatism in my right eye is, unfortunately, the older I get, wreaking havoc with me and red dots. And as I get older, it's not exactly improving. If anything, it's degrading. And that's the one thing about the etched reticles on the primary arm sights. I don't have problems with it like I do with just a plain red dot in my astigmatism. So that's kind of why the 3X is on my primary go-to gun, and I am really excited about the new Cyclops from Primary Arms. Basically, in case you haven't already seen it, I've been begging for this for months now. It's about the size of like a micro red dot, but it's got an etched reticle in it that's an abbreviated version of the ACSS reticle that Primary Arms does, which hands down my favorite reticle. So to have a micro 1X, it's basically like a micro dot, only not a red dot. It's the etched reticle that you can illuminate or not illuminate and still have the black etched reticle that doesn't wreak havoc with my astigmatism. Yeah, that's high on my list. So 1:8, 3X, the 1:6, etc., etc. I'm not sure yet. I gotta get to the range some more, but I gotta get the rifle finished, put that on. I'd like to make a multi-purpose trip and I definitely want one of the Cyclops, probably to replace the micro that's on my AR pistol. So that all said, I'll update you guys as I go on that. Let me for now just say this: there's not a wrong choice. Okay, there's not a wrong choice of the 1X versus, or excuse me, the 1 to 8X versus the 3X, etc. They're both going to work good. You just have to use both of them a little differently depending on what you're doing, what the situation is. So that said, moving on, bigger picture, primary arms in general. Primary Arms is definitely one of my recommended companies. So I'm going to add this onto that recommended list that I mentioned in the previous video. I'm telling you guys, I've had expensive scopes. I've had high-end Leopolds. I've had ACOGs, aim points. I've run the gamut with a lot of them. But I'm pretty much almost 100% primary arms right now. In fact, before all is said and done, I might go completely primary arms, just because the value, the features, the cost, just all of it together, it's just all right there. I mean, for what we're talking about here, it's really hard to beat primary arms offerings, okay? So I've reached out to them a while back and have actually been in touch with them. Really great folks at Primary Arms, which is another reason I like them. I really like the people there. I've spoken with Dimitri. He's the guy who designs the ACSS reticles and is kind of the top brain behind these. He knows his stuff when it comes to laying these out and designing them. And just a really nice guy in general too. If you want to learn more about him, the technical stuff and design behind the scopes, he's always doing live feeds on Instagram, YouTube, etc. Check those out sometimes. A lot of good information that he passes along in those. I say all that to say this. I've got a little bit of a relationship established with him, and for you guys, what that means is use the links down below and you can get free shipping and a free mount if you order using the links that I give you. So just something I'm trying to throw back to you guys for being good subscribers to my measly little channel. It's a cool deal. I mean, who doesn't like free shipping and a free mount, okay? Especially if you're just starting out and you need to get something up and going, you're on a budget, whatever. Every bit of that kind of thing helps, okay? So I'll put links up to the ones that I've got, and those are the ones that I know and recommend. If there's another one that y'all are interested in or something, let me know, and I'll get you a link. Get you a link for that. They're just really good folks to work with. I love the company. I love the optics. I've said it in other videos and I'll say it again here. You're getting 95%, maybe 98% of what far more expensive optics are offering at a far lower, more affordable price. I'll just use it as an example. This isn't a negative on them. I love Aimpoints. Aimpoints are awesome sights. I've got a long history using Aimpoints. Aimpoint in general has a long track record of just bomb-proof, literally, quality, durability, function, etc. Aimpoints are on the high end cost-wise for a red dot sight. So if you're on a budget and you want a good quality sight, but maybe you just can't afford an Aimpoint. Maybe you can afford an Aimpoint, but you just want to manage your money really good. Just to compare, like the Primary Arms Advanced Micro versus, say, a T1. I've owned both. Probably the only thing, in my opinion, that the Aimpoint is going to offer you is going to be a longer battery life and the ability to be submerged deeper in the water. For example, like scuba diving, doing something like what a SEAL team would, launching off a submarine and making a beach insertion, that sort of thing. That said, the primary arm sight is still waterproof. If you're out in the rain with it, it's not going to be affected. If you drop it in a puddle of water, it's not going to be affected. If you wade it across the creek with it, it's not going to be affected. It's more than waterproof enough unless you're going to be diving at deeper depths, continually submerged under the water. We're talking about serious pressure differences. Battery life. Aimpoints have just insane battery life to them, okay? That's great. The Primary Arms Micro might not have quite the same battery life, but however, if you look at it in the realistic usability scheme, I mean, geez, the thing's got thousands of hours of battery life if you leave it on all the time. It's going to last a long time. The batteries are cheap and affordable. Stock away 4 or 5 of them, and literally you've got years of easy service. I'm just saying, for the price, can't beat it. Now, jump over into the prism sight, the variable powers, those sort of things with the etched reticles. Now, battery life is irrelevant. You've got an etched reticle. It's always going to be there. Anyway, I could ramble on about primary arm sights forever, but suffice to say, I'm a big fan. Doesn't mean there aren't other good optics out there. Doesn't mean there aren't other good options available. But you're here on my channel, and I'm just telling you what I like, why I like them, and what my personal preference is right now. So again, thanks to Primary Arms for the hookup. Use those links down below. Free shipping, free mount. Can't beat it. It's a good deal. So check those out. And again, once I can get this one done and get the rifle finished and get it on there, I will have this bad boy to the range and put some rounds through it and let you know what I think. Just doing this, I love it, but I need to actually get it on the gun and run it and do some stuff with that. So more to come on that just as soon as I can, guys. Stay safe, stay prepared, and we will catch you in another one.